We got the media team in here. We're the media
We're the
team.
media team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got TV in the go, Wack.
You looking for that fire Clubhouse content? Well, you need to subscribe to the home. Hey, yo, Clubhouse TV. Let's get to the content.
That's a good one.
Spin the block.
YNW Melly got his hearing, I believe, on the 7th or the 8th, on the same day as Dirk, I believe. It's a lot of on. YNW Melly finna come home though. They've been keeping hostage. They've been keeping hostage. No real like evidence, no indictment, like nothing. Just keeping him there. Oh, there's no cameras during federal trial.
Is
That's
his
crazy.
case federal? YNW Melly's?
I don't know. I know he's in Miami and he's getting charged with capital murder. So I don't know if it's federal. I don't know nothing about that. Prince, you know? Prince might know. You know, Prince know everything.
Because I was looking up the federal law and it says they can only hold
State.
you after for 7.
Oh,
Oh,
they
it's
said
state.
it's a
Oh
state
yeah.
case.
Okay.
So what's the
Love you too,
I
killer.
wouldn't know. Hey, Prince. So Prince, what's the difference between like a state charge, federal charge, especially with the YNW Melly thing? Since he's been they're trying to charge him with capital murder. How does
So in his case, he's charged by the state of Florida. Federally, you would have to basically either cross state lines or do a crime against the federal government to be charged federally. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
So crimes
Now,
like
in his
treason, things
case,
like that.
I don't know if you've been following his case,
Yeah, I
but do
have.
you feel like when they do the trial thing, and not the trial, but with the hearing, do you think they gonna let that man since they've been holding him hostage for the past 5 years?
You still tracking that witness tampering thing with the lawyer?
Who, the YNW?
Yeah, so that's the thing. They still got him on that witness tampering part of that whole issue. So I don't know if he can get that bail with that witness tampering over his head.
Testament to the speed with which things will work in the Trump world, and now we are
I don't know. They got some new shit on Melly or no?
Hell no.
Say that again, Unc?
They got some new shit on him or it's all the same shit?
It's the same shit.
Or how they... Shit.
But they just been holding him in jail. Like, no, you guilty. They had a mistrial, the first trial, so it's like, what the fuck?
See, that's the thing, killer. They got that lawyer giving up that pin on. And remember, they're alleging that put that undercover detective in danger.
Oh. Oh. Well, okay. So if they got all this stuff, right? Why did the first trial mistrial?
So this happened after that first trial, killer, right?
How you put an undercover detective in danger if he's undercover? They don't know he's a detective.
So so that's what happened, right? Hold on a second. So he gets on the stand. He gets on the stand, hold on, and basically they're saying that he can't be shown on TV. Right? So they're saying that the lawyer basically doxed him by showing the fact that his wife had the family picture on the Cash App, and then she leaked that to the media, showing who he was. So they're alleging that, hey, she's basically part of the quote-unquote criminal enterprise by giving up her pin to Melly, which allowed Melly to communicate with quote-unquote people in the outside world, and then also by doxing the quote-unquote undercover detective, the gang expert. So they basically got her iCloud. They haven't charged her with anything yet, but they took her whole iCloud, and they've been in an uproar ever since. They downloaded her iCloud and subpoenaed it, which is about a year ago. Shit is nasty work.
Damn. I still feel like they just he gonna call home. It not just like on free, but they're fighting to at least put them on electric monitoring. You know what I'm saying? Cause god damn. Sí, pero yo no sé qué.
Clubhouse TV.
Yeah, they doing that boy dirty for sure.
Yeah. They got some other shit, killer. I'm not really sure how this works. I think I kind of know, but they're saying that they know that you're communicating in the pen because they're sending a message with the same return address of Melly. And that's how they're getting the message from one person to the other.
Wait, what do you mean?
So like I'll send a letter from my jailhouse, but I want to send it to your jailhouse, right?
Uh
So I won't put my address on it. I'll just put your address on it and send it in the mail. It'll come back undeliverable, but it'll come back to your address, not mine, because my address is never on it.
oh shit.
Wait, what you
Oh
mean? I don't. Wait.
that
They're not gonna let no male leave a prison without it having the sending and return address, bro.
So not the guy that's in the prison, right? He's getting mail from the outside to the inside by communicating on someone else's pen to the outside. So it's like a four-way, right? You get
What you
somebody
mean?
else's
What you mean? What you mean? You got somebody else sending his mail out?
right. So another inmate's on the phone, right? Another inmate sending out the letter. He's sending out the letter to another inmate that's quote unquote another facility, right?
Yeah, but facility mail got to be approved, bro.
Mm.
Yeah, you ain't just writing it. You got to, especially you talking about some county facility shit. And they reading that shit. You know when the mail get there, they read that shit, bro.
And that's part of his charges, though. Yeah, he's sending the kites that ways. That's what I'm trying to figure out. How do they allege that he's doing that
Yeah,
with the postmarks, with the postmarks on the address?
if it ain't coming from his direct, I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to
Unless
figure out.
unless whoever the individual that sent it, they got him and he said, yeah, he had me sending it.
Mm.
Yeah,
Then maybe that.
I think they said he was talking to other inmates that was in there. So what they was doing, an inmate would write something like a letter, and it's kind of coded. And what they would do is send it to an address. The people that the address they sending it to already hip to it. They click return to sender, but it has Melly name on it. So instead of sending it back to the original inmate, it would go to Melly. Or instead of
Oh,
sending it to Melly, it
I
would
got
go.
you.
Yeah, that's
okay,
what they
there we
was
go.
doing.
Thank you, appreciate you.
Okay.
They also got him
And
on
then they
camera
said that
sloppy.
his lawyer was sneaking him in nude pictures or showing him nude pictures on a phone or something from his girlfriend. It's something with the lawyer and Melly
Yeah,
girlfriend too.
I know that's right.
they got
Yep.
that too. They got that too. They also got that the Cody sending that letter to Melly with the whole jury basically writing out the nicknames for the jury pool in the courtroom too.
Oh shit.
So they got that too. Remember,
Wait. This nigga was trying to figure out
yeah. So
real
they
names of the
arrested.
jurors.
Yeah, they
Yep.
raided. So they raided the Code D because the Code D was out. They raided the Code D and they found this whole book of all the jurors, all the names, and basically all the communications back and forth. So he was
So
basically trying to.
people was talking to the jurors or no?
He was trying to. He had the phone numbers and everything for the jurors in the book. He was trying to intimidate the witnesses, all of that shit.
Yeah, that's what the other inmate. Yeah, the other inmate was tampering. That's why they got him with messing with the witnesses too. That's what the other inmate was doing. The letter stuff, it was coded. But it
Mhm.
was basically like, yes, this person, we talked to this person, and when he was sending them out and having it returned to the other inmate, it was basically like, yeah, go talk to such and such. But the letters was coded by like first letters of a sentence or something. The shit was names. Yeah, they had a code now.
Mhm. So they had a mountain of evidence. They had that. They had the book. They had the communications. They had the video. They had him passing the note under the cell door, in his cell to the inmate, and then they got the inmate taking the pin number, dialing the pin number on the phone, and then calling for Melly. Right?
Yeah, and that lawyer with the pictures, he got on the phone and he said, she coming up here tomorrow. Why the fuck you didn't send her the pictures? So
Mhm.
that's how they knew. The lawyer was showing him pictures or sneaking him pictures in and shit. Yeah.
He must not have known that it didn't matter that he gave his pen to somebody else. The fact that he put his pen in,
Yeah, because
that's
he
what.
was saying this shit on somebody else's pen. Yeah.
That's what it was. So he passed the kite to somebody else like under the jail cell. That person then snitches. So it's two jailhouse snitches on this whole witness tampering wiretap issue.
Yeah,
Oh,
it gotta
oh,
be
what?
somebody talking.
Hey,
Yeah,
Wack,
that's
and
right.
also look it up. He told his girlfriend, he said, "I'm gonna call you. You act like you my lawyer, cause I'm only allowed to call my lawyer." And the girlfriend act like she was the lawyer. Yep.
Mhm. And also remember too, something else happened with the lawyer. You remember the fact that the reason
How
why
they got that nigga to where he can only call his lawyer? What kind of shit they on?
Yeah, he can't have no visitation. He can only
not
have
anymore.
communications because they got him for witness tampering.
Mhm. And also, this was the jailhouse snitch told him, right? The jailhouse snitch told the deputies that his lawyer planned to sneak in handcuff keys and sneak Melly out the jail.
And that shit, come on, man. Get the fuck
Mhm.
out of here.
Yeah, that's what he
Where
told
they
him
get that from?
from the
I don't
jailhouse
know.
snitch.
I know she had to turn over her phone and stuff,
Where they subpoenaed her records and everything.
but they got him on the other dude pen telling his girlfriend, when I call you, you act like I'm gonna say, I'm calling to speak to my attorney and stuff, and get them to put you on the phone. Like, you act like you my lawyer, but yeah.
Yeah, we went over all of this shit. They had the actual deputies whack period, a whole brief of everything that he did to violate the whole witness tampering, all of that stuff. So we went over that probably like about a month ago in the room for the week. It was a lot of shit. It was like
Yeah,
160 something violations,
yeah.
some other shit.
He
It was
got
a
a
lot.
whole he got a whole block by himself. He talk about, and then they said he complaining about the conditions in court, but they got him on a phone call saying, "Man, it's like having a whole mansion to yourself."
They transferred him to a whole floor by himself.
Yeah.
Literally. Because of the whole witness tampering situation. So now he can't communicate with anybody, not even his lawyers.
Yeah, they said that nigga was convincing everybody to do shit for him.
You stiff, tense, less active than before. Introducing the Easy Well Remedy Massage System.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? It was a lot of shit, man. Trying to think of anything else top of my head.
Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV.